Hey, welcome back to Yoga with Tim. So today we're going to just work on a pranayama practice and a little bit of meditation. So if you want to get a physical practice in today, just do yesterday's video and then do this one right after if you have the time to. But it's really important to start to cultivate a meditation practice as well as a physical practice. And the way that I was introduced to cultivating a meditation practice was first through breathing practice, through pranayama, and then practicing meditation. So we're going to do that today. So the first thing that you should know about your breathing practice is that the first step is just learning breath observation while calming down. And then all the different breath techniques that we'll layer on top of that, we want to pay attention to what's happening to our nervous system, because we're starting to train our nervous system to take in more prana, more life force energy, without getting keyed up and freaked out. So think of it like an electrician. If they want to wire a house and I know absolutely nothing about electrical work or building a house, but I'm going to pretend like I do. I would assume that when they're wiring a house, if they want to be able to have all kinds of power going through the house, like be able to put your high voltage hair dryer into, they'd have to wire the house so that it can withstand that amount of energy moving through it. So it's like that with our bodies. When we practice, we're actually strengthening and making our nerves healthier, so that when we go to send the prana through, they don't get freaked out. And a lot of that shaking, like you might be shaking in one of your poses because your nerves aren't healthy enough to lengthen. And that's like a common sign of like neurological tension, nerve tension. So we're going to work on increasing the amount of prana that moves through our body without getting keyed up. The best way to feel that is lying on your back. So we're going to start off on the back today. And you could take whatever position feels comfortable with your legs. You can stretch your legs out. You can have your feet on the floor. You could take Baddha Konasana, whatever you like. Then rest your hands at your side with your palms facing up. So now just start to watch your breath without trying to manipulate it at all. Watch the length and the quality of the inhalation. And feel the grounding, calming sensation on the out breath. Feel the energizing, expanding quality of the in breath. And feel the sensation of the out breath. Just starting to shift the concentration into the body and watching the breath. So nothing new. We usually start the practice like this. So now, keeping your body calm, your nerves calm, we're going to start to practice an ujjayi breath. So take a breath in through your nose, and then pretend like there's a mirror in front of your mouth and you're trying to fog it up. Make a sound. Again, breathe in through your nose. See if you can make that same sound but with your mouth closed. A little constriction in the back of your throat. Now see if you can make the same sound as you breathe in by making the same constriction in your throat. And as you breathe out. Keep practicing this. Keep the nerves calm. And let go of the breath control and just go back to normal breathing. And just feel the effects of the practice in your body. Just be mindful, watch. So on our last day of focusing on brahmacharya as our yama for the last few days, we learned that brahmacharya is practicing, in some senses, restraint of our sexual energy, but more commonly for the modern day and householder type of yoga practitioner, someone that's not a monk, is just being conscious of how we control our vital energy, or how we allow it to be expressed. And so on this last day, I say this for the people who want to do this breath practice, because this could be maybe a little heavy for everybody else. But if you're stuck with this breath practice, I feel like you might be a little more interested. So in Tantra, we learn that sexual energy and spiritual energy are one. So when we actually are being conscious of how much sexual energy we allow to come out of our body, then we're actually able to harness more of our vital energy in our body through our practice. So just something to trip out on. All right, roll over to your side now. And press yourself up to seated. Bring your palms together. Thank you, namaste. All right, so when you practice pranayama, you might feel like a little funky after. Just give yourself some time to transition. It's a little bit different than practicing asana. If you really got that ujjayi breath going well, you'll feel like kind of a head change from that. So just notice. If you have any questions or comments below, as always, let me know. I'm interested in hearing from you. Okay, have a great day. I'll see you next time.